Hello everyone, a very good morning. I hope all of you are doing great. The news for today is that I am taking the Ninja 1100 SX for first service. I've completed about 870 kilometers in the last 1 month. So we'll see what are the things that are taken care in the first service. I did go through the user manual in detail. It's about 200 pages and I recommend all of you do the same with whatever bikes you are riding. It's important to know the minute details of things that you need to take care of when you own a motorcycle, right? There is no fault in learning as much as possible on how to take care of your motorcycle. There's nothing called as too much information, especially when it comes to handling and maintaining any motorcycle for that matter. Trust me. I try to ride as civilized as possible because I really want to reduce the wear and tear of using this motorcycle in a city condition. Our roads are pathetic and the traffic is horrible, and what will take a hit is the suspension, the brake pads and the tires. So these are our first major points of expense that is going to be, except for the usual service. Looking back at last 1 month, what are my impressions on the Ninja 1100? It's butter smooth. It's an amazing experience to ride it on the highway, no doubt there. The comfort, the response, the modes, they're all perfectly engineered for the highway. And as we know, there are no other competitions in this segment, considering this is a sports tourer. It's a pain to take it out in the city in a traffic condition like this, because man, it just pushes out about 100 degrees of hot air into your legs. The air is mostly flowing down below your knees. When you're wearing a full riding boot, it doesn't really bother you because you're kind of shielded from the hot air, but otherwise you will wish that you are not moving through a traffic like this. I've taken it to the highway a couple of times. Every time I took it, I covered about 100 to 150 kilometers on the highways, and the engine temperature stays at around 75 to 80 degrees Celsius. It is definitely on the heavier side. The center of gravity of the bike is a little bit towards the fuel tank, I must say, or at least that's how it feels, especially on slow moving traffic, and you will really feel it when you're trying to take a U-turn. But otherwise, when it's moving, even if it is slow speeds, you will not feel any kind of weight, and it's easily maneuverable even in slow traffics like this. The fuel consumption in a traffic like this, it's mostly sticking to between 10 to 14, pretty much like a car. And on the highways, here is the interesting part. On the highways, when you're not hard on the throttle, and we have something called as the eco mode, so when you're riding in that eco range, you will definitely get about 17 to 20 kmph depending on the gear you're in and the speed that you're doing, and that's a big relief. That's a big relief. I've ridden the Ninja 1000 before, so when I'm comparing the 1100 to that, there's definitely a small change in how the motorcycle picks up. The power delivery from the lower RPMs, more comfortable, and we feel it's more linear. All those are definitely a bonus on the 1100 SX. I've mostly stuck to around 4000 RPM when I'm in the city condition, and when I'm on the highways, when I have moved up until 6000 RPM, that is what the user manual also recommends. When you're on the higher gear and when you're cruising on an open road, it's okay to get to until 6000 RPM. And with my experience, I did not want to baby the motorcycle within this first 1 month or 1000 kilometer service period range. It's important we ride responsibly, so I've tried to ensure that the road conditions are safe as possible. I cannot guarantee 100% because you never know what will come in your way when you're out there. I'm not a speed junkie. I really enjoy riding the motorcycle in its sweet spots and not just fly by. No, that's not the person I am. For me, riding an inline 4 is just pure bliss, and touring on it, those beautiful moments when you're passing through some beautiful towns and villages, that makes my day. So the quick shifter in the right RPM range is butter smooth, no doubt about it. I think it struggles a bit when it is below the 3000 RPM range. It does shift, there's no problem with shifting, but I can feel there is a little bit of hardness when I'm shifting in the lower RPM range compared to when I am trying to swiftly shift between the gears on a higher RPM range. Again, it's a very small observation that I have. Another very beautiful thing that I love about this bike is the exhaust note. There is a small whistle to the can, and it's very soothing. Another reason why you don't really have to do high speeds to enjoy the bike. It kind of keeps you planted and grounded. It's called Ninja for a reason, and this guy is very stealth unless you rev a bit hard. Otherwise, no one's gonna even know that you're there. You get me? The seat is really good, really good. It's made for those long runs on the highways, and I must say that the pillion comfort is very good too, because the seat dimensions are a little big compared to other motorcycles. We'll also take a look at the service manual on what it says. So the first service comprises of general checkups, consumables, and an oil change in case of Ninja. Yes, I think it holds the same for all the Kawasaki motorcycles, and they want us to do a 6-month service, though I've not understood why, because we have brands like Triumph and others who are very lenient on this. Also, let me know if you guys have any other questions which I might have missed to cover.
First service ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, ಆಯಿಲ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್, okay, clutch adjustment, brake pads cleaning, chain clean, lube adjust, and apart from that sensor check. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ apart from that every bolts and nuts top check ಮಾಡಿ.
Okay. Yep, as you guys heard, so it's mostly in line with what we have in the service or the user manual. Now we'll have a look at our frame sliders. I had requested Syed to get it shipped, and it's already here. We'll get it fixed during the service. So these are the Puig Pro 2, and they also have some color options, but this is the grey one. That is what will actually go with the 1100 SX. Very happy with the swift response from the service team at this point. They had two options. So this is the normal fully synthetic engine oil that the Kawasaki is using usually, but there is also another premium engine oil from Kawasaki which is new, and I think it's launched newly. The main difference in this is PAO+, that is polyalpha olefin, and this is engineered by Petronas, which is the lubricants organization for the racing brands, and I've decided to go with the ultra premium fully synthetic with my first service. So the price difference is about 500 rupees when I'm looking at both, and I think in overall service quote there might be a difference of about 1000 rupees or 1200 rupees, which I think is fine because they are complementing this with few important points. I'll put this out on the screen. And finally, our first service is done from the Adventure Kawasaki in Whitefield. We are back out. I don't know if you guys have noticed the difference. So this is the new frame slider. It's a Buick Pro 2.0 and looks well integrated. If I'm looking at it from where the exhaust is, it will definitely protect the fairing, but I don't think it will protect our exhaust from damage if it falls down. The exhaust is definitely going to take a hit. And on the other side, it's good because there's nothing protruding now out here. I just had to wait for about 2 hours because it's the first service. Otherwise, I think it would definitely take longer. Shift lamp is set to 10,500 RPM. That means we are open. Who's excited? I am. I definitely am. I think I'm going to plan proper ride next weekend. If any of you want to know the details of the service other than what is mentioned in the user manual, do get in touch with me. I'm always happy to help or help clarify your queries. Man, it's a feeling every time I get onto this bike. I always remind myself to not be arrogant. Ready for the road? Woo! I need to go to work, man. I need to go to work. Otherwise, I would have just taken this and gone out on to the highway. Okay, guys, that's about it for today. I'll talk to you all very soon. Probably on a new adventure to some beautiful destination. Until then, thank you for your response. Thank you for watching my content and see you all soon. Take care.